Hey guys, it's Jolyn from JolynK.com and welcome. I hope everybody's had a really good day. And don't mind my hair today, it's a little frizzy. We had a cold front come through South Texas and it dropped the humidity. So therefore my hair is a big old frizz ball today. So welcome again. Today I want to talk about difficult people and how to deal with them. This topic has kind of been on my heart and my mind for the past couple of days as I have dealt with a couple of difficult people and situations. And I just kind of wanted to make this video real quick to kind of share my tips on how I've dealt with these people, and hopefully this will help you as well. So, when you're in sales and you're in business, and just in life in general, we will encounter difficult people. And it can be hard to deal with those situations. And every situation is different, so these may not work in every single situation, but however, they do work in the majority of situations. So just kind of keep notes and kind of see what I do, and hopefully they'll help you as well. So whenever I feel, whenever I know that I'm about to either meet a difficult person, and when I mean difficult person, for my definition is somebody that is picky, somebody that is never satisfied, they're always negative about everything, they're quick-tempered, those type of people. And like I said, especially the never satisfied ones, because those are always fun to deal with. But if you have the right head about it, you can kind of navigate these situations a little bit easier. So the first thing that I do, if I know I'm either getting that phone call or I am seeing them on location, the first thing I have to do is take a deep breath and center myself. If that means I have to do that in front of them, or I can turn around real quick and do that, something, but I have to center myself. Otherwise, my energy just gets spent too quickly. And then I can't deal with the person the way that I need to. So once I do that, then I will listen. And that is hard. I will tell you, that's hard for a lot of people. We as a society have a tendency not to listen very well. And it's just like the old adage, you have 2 ears and 1 mouth. You should listen more than you talk. So especially in somebody that is a difficult person to begin with, or you're in a difficult situation with a customer, you really want to make sure that you take the time and really listen. And I'm not talking about listening and interjecting every 5 seconds. I am talking about shutting your mouth and letting them speak. If you have a valid question in between, then feel free to bring that up. If you're trying to get a sense of clarity more about the situation, then bring that up. But kind of interjecting like the interrupting cow joke isn't going to help the situation at all. So make sure that you do take the time to listen and you're asking the right questions while you're listening. That's called active listening. So once you kind of get a grasp on the situation and figure out why the process, what the problem really is, then you can empathize with the person. And make sure that you don't confuse sympathy and empathy. A lot of people get those two definitions confused. If you need to look at the definitions, please look them up, or I'll put them down below, one of the two. But just make sure that you empathize with them and don't sympathize. Number 4 is to make sure that when you do start empathizing and you do start looking for a situation like you think you have a solution to the problem, check your tone and the volume of your voice. This can be a little crucial because especially when you feel like you're in a situation where the customer is wrong and you are right, it can be a little hard to keep your tone under, I'll just say quite frankly, under the bitchy scale. So when that happens, and I apologize for using that word, but really that's true. I mean, you try not to get to that level of, well, I'm right, you're wrong. That's it. You need to make sure that that customer still feels like you appreciate them. So whenever you do, check your tone and the level of your voice. Like, you're not going to go get hot-headed. You're not going to go, like I said, kind of get to that bitchy level. Just make sure that you are cool, calm, and collected. And I know that's harder than it looks and it seems, but I promise you, once you practice this a couple of times and you get through it, it's pretty easy to get back in that situation. So once I do that, then I make sure that we come to an actual valid conclusion. Whether it be me giving a little bit more than I really wanted to in the beginning, or coming up with a better compromise for the situation, you need to make sure that you're not just like giving everything away, and that there is an actual true compromise to the end of that situation. If you cannot reach an actual conclusion, or you're basically at an impasse, feel free to excuse yourself from the situation. Just let your customer know that, hey, at this time, I don't know if there's an actual solution. Let me go back and work on it. I will let you know as soon as we have one. That's it. That's, like I said, it's kind of easy to kind of navigate once you kind of get through, and especially in the sales world, like, you will find a lot of difficult people to deal with. And you can tweak this however you want to. This isn't an actual concrete formula. It's just easy if you kind of follow these steps. So, like I said, make sure that you breathe, that you listen, empathize, check your tone and voice, and then if you actually do reach an impasse, make sure you excuse yourself in the situation and then come back with a different counteroffer. Because basically at this point you're in negotiation, and negotiations can take a little bit. So one thing I did forget to kind of mention in all of that, and I do want to touch on it, is being quick to be defensive. Again, this kind of goes back to the I'm right, you're wrong thing about checking your tone and the level of your voice. It's very quick to be judgmental, and your customer can tell that. They can pick up on that a mile away, and then basically you just set yourself back. So being judgmental and defensive isn't going to get you anywhere, no matter how hard you really want to do that. So just kind of check yourself on that. So if you got some value out of today, please like, share, and comment. I always love seeing everything and hearing from people about the videos. So again, visit me over at www.jolenkay.com. I want y'all to know, too, that here in the next 30 days, I will be releasing my new sales guide, and I'm really excited about it. So hopefully, if you want to be the first to know, make sure you jump on over to the blog and put your email in, because I'm only going to send it out to my VIP list first. Then everybody else will get the rest of it. So if you want that sales guide, you got to pop over. So hopefully like I said, hopefully you don't get a lot of difficult people in your sales job, but if you do, you've got some tips to get you through. So this is Jolene, and I'll see y'all later.